Gilbert Arenas was lightly recruited out of high school, but there was one big-name suitor.
Arizona came calling. They came in kind of late. I was so excited, you know, we're talking devotion. Arizona.
Gilbert made it to Tucson, but Olsen remembers what critics said about his new recruit.
You go there, they've got a freshman starting in that 2 spot. You're going to get 0 minutes.
In true Gilbert Arenas fashion, he used those words as motivation, and he continues to wear the slight with pride.
So if you're wondering about why he wears the number 0, that was because he wanted to have that on his chest to remind him every day this is what people were saying.
The 0 rose to become a starter as a freshman and a hero as a sophomore, helping to lead Arizona to the NCAA title game in 2001.
You know, after my first year, I'm like, you know, maybe I could make the NBA. I was like, well, you know, I'm gonna test it out and see what it's like, and left.
Just as Arenas seemed to be within reach of his dream, doubts continued to follow him. One by one, players were chosen in the first round as teams underestimated the underdog, leaving Gilbert a trail of broken promises.
Sacramento told me there's no way I would get past them at 25.
The Sacramento Kings select Gerald Wallace from the University of Alabama.
But somehow I went to 31.
He was so upset when he dropped to the 2nd round, you know, and we told him, sometimes things happen for a reason.
Finally winding up in Golden State, Gilbert had lofty expectations that were tempered by reality.
When I came into the NBA, I was like, I'm starting by the middle of the season. Because, you know, I'm looking at it like college, because when I went into college, I said the same thing.
And a jump ball as they manhandle Arenas in the backcourt.
That's not how it works up here. You know, so, you know, I'm looking at it like that, okay, well, maybe I'm not gonna start. You know, so I start down myself. You know, I go into a big old drought. And then the coach that recruited me at Arizona, Rodney Tension, you know, he, sent me my highlight tape of me when I was in Arizona, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, well, maybe I am good. You know, I can play here. So then a teammate also who wasn't playing for Golden State at the time was Mark Jackson. Him and Dean Oliver, us three, like, 7 o'clock in the morning. We had practice at 11, and we'll be out there playing full court one-on-one, all 3 of us. They just helped me develop my game.
Let's see what he does in 6 seconds here.
Now with 4, with 3, Gilbert the length to lay it in and draw the foul.
The hard work paid off as Gilbert finished his rookie season on a positive note, and the momentum carried into year 2 as he contributed 18 points per game.
Arenas at 5, weaving through traffic. What a finish by Gilbert!
He was coming off his first year where he didn't play much, and then his sophomore season, you could see all-star potential.
Gilbert's talent began to draw attention, but not everybody understood his offbeat personality.
Outside people was looking at it like, oh, he's leading his team in technicals, he's leading the Western Conference in technical at one point. What's wrong with this kid? I was just trying to find a way to turn the team around.
He's so competitive, and he doesn't hide his emotions. And if you lose a basketball game, he's not a fun guy to be around because he expects to win every night he steps between the lines. And if you get 12 guys that hate to lose the same way he does, you're going to have a pretty daggone good basketball team.
Smile.
Where?
The resurgence in Gilbert's game earned him the Most Improved Player award. And when it came time to choose his next place of employment, he approached the decision with his typical unconventional style.
Clippers, Washington. Which one? Do I really want to go all the way East Coast? Or do I want to just stay home? Let me flip this coin. Whatever it lands on the most, I'm going to go opposite. It landed on the Clippers. So let's go to Washington. See, I think that's where that quirky stuff comes from, like stories like that.
Those stories led others to form negative opinions of Gilbert, which followed him all the way to D.C.
Well, I'll be the first to admit, I didn't know if Gilbert Arenas would fit.
As Arenas headed east, he would have to prove himself all over again.